Hi, my name is Emily Wilson, and today I'm going to be demonstrating the split squat. I think exercises that can easily be done at home during times like these, during like a pandemic, when people might not have access to a weight room or to traditional weights, it's really important to go over. Household items such as like milk jugs or laundry detergent, as long as they weigh equal amounts, can easily be used during these times. So the split squat, it targets the leg muscles, specifically the quads, hamstrings, glutes, and calves. This is really good for power and creating and improving that power for different athletes in sports that require power, such as sprinting, jumping. It can also be applied to triple jumpers since it kind of mimics that bounding position. Since it's a unilateral exercise, it also engages the core and helps improve core stability in athletes, which is really important in instances such as like football, where they're in those unilateral stances and really need to focus on stability to avoid being tackled. But to warm up for these exercises, it's important to do an anaerobic warm-up that really raises the heart rate, but also brings blood flow to the legs. So cycling or jogging are really good examples. And that should be about 5 to 10 minutes long. And then you want to have your athlete do a dynamic warm-up to increase their range of motion and mobility. And it's really good to specifically target the leg muscles by doing exercises such as lunges or hamstrings, so that those muscles that are going to be used during the exercise are getting warmed up and stretched, but dynamically, so that you don't reduce the capability of contractility. The split squat is overall a safe exercise. It doesn't really require spotting. You just want to make sure if it's a novice athlete that you're working with, they first start out with body weight before adding resistance. So for the key points of a split squat, you're going to want to have your athlete start in a standing position, feet hip width apart, and then they'll take a step forward like they're going to do a lunge. You'll see their heel slightly raise off of the ground, and then it's important that they keep their trunk nice and upright, head forward. And then you want to, as they slowly squat down, they're going to tap their knee and come back up, their back knee. They should engage the movement in their back leg, and their front knee should go in line with their toes. You don't want it to go over their toes. So they're going to be in this position, chest up, slowly squat down and come back up. And then as they become more experienced with this lift, you can add weight. So for example, milk jugs works great for this type of workout. You just want to make sure that the weights are of equal weight. So again, they'll step forward so that their heel comes off the ground. And then once they have the weights in their hand, you want to make sure their shoulders are down and back. Their core is engaged. They're looking forward. They slowly go down and back up. And then it's also important to note that they do all of the repetitions on one leg before switching to the other leg. And then to add variety to the split squat, you can do a rear foot elevated split squat. So this one, you'll want to have the athlete put their foot up on their back foot up on a higher surface. Their foot in the back should be in the flexed position, since a lot of sports use this position, such as sprints and just running in general. You want to make sure their front foot is out far enough so that their knee doesn't go past their toes once again, and then they'll slowly squat down and back up. And once again, the weight and the movement should be engaged in the back leg. And that's how you do split squat.